Before we get into the video, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now, your life has got to be pretty boring when you decide to go on a tangent and start a hate campaign against yourself. Now, I don't know whether you would be determined as crazy or lonely or a bit mentally ill. I mean, all of them are pretty sad, to be fair. 28-year-old Carly Buckingham-Smith fabricated harassment and abuse claims. What she did was actually write graffiti on her own home and then ran to police with her tail between her legs and says she was a target of harassment and abuse. Now, as part of her lies, the 28-year-old says she had received messages of the nature of, and I quote, "I am going to tie you up and slit your throat and watch you bleed." Now, these aren't ordinary messages. I mean, they are cruel, sadistic, perverse, and they're damn right weird. A lot of thought went behind these messages. Now, all credit is due to the police because they did take the allegations seriously. So when she was interviewed, they had taken 11 statements from her. In the statements, she told police she received messages saying someone would put petrol through her letterbox and then set her house alight. Again, to give her tormentors more credibility, this weird woman graffitied on the side of her house in Eastleigh, Hampshire, offensive language. Also, her neighbours would see this offensive language and make her feel more of a victim. And again, police believed her lies. They offered all the assistance they could and went out of their way to make her feel safe. As part of their need to catch the perpetrators that were described as Asian men, police fitted cameras and alarms to the Hampshire house. And because the compulsive liar couldn't keep her story straight, she was initially charged with perverting the course of justice. Now, because she changed her story from time to time, police started to think that something was amiss. 28-year-old Carly Buckingham-Smith has now been found guilty and has been jailed for 6 months at Southampton Crown Court. The 28-year-old initially made a complaint against the Uber driver, which was dismissed. Now, after all, she probably complained about her food being cold, or how an item was missing, or how the Uber driver probably did not say, "Enjoy your food and enjoy the rest of your day." And because she wanted the Uber driver to suffer, she then made a statement to the police that the Uber driver was harassing her and he was partaking in intimidating behaviour, which left her fearful and vulnerable. But ultimately, the police dubbed Carly Buckingham-Smith as an attention seeker. Now, when police decided to challenge her fictitious claims about arson and harassment and Asian men banging on her door late at night, she gave no comment. And when 28-year-old Carly Buckingham-Smith went to court, her defence team attempted to limit her culpability by stating it must have been mental health issues. Now, to be frank, that's just disrespectful to people who actually suffer with mental health issues. You can't group Asian people together and paint them to be some tormentors and bloodthirsty criminals that have no aptitude for human association. This is how hate crime spread. And the lady wanted to be a victim so bad that she made up her own villain, even going to the point of scrawling offensive language on her house so again her neighbours will feel sorry for her and they condole on her and tell her that she's a victim and I'm so sorry. For her crimes again, Carly was sentenced to 6 months in prison, and that's what she deserves, to be frank. Stay safe.